What's the word? What's the word with the peoples, man? We got 607 Unk returning back to No Jumper. Hold up. Let's see what's happening. Oh, fucking up. What's the word? What's the word? What's the deal with the good people, man? Hope all is well. Hope niggas getting to the bag or coming from it. I'm sitting up here watching this nigga Unk that made his way back to No Jumper, man. Let's see what Unk and Adam got going.
What to do, but as long as he's not in the streets, I'm happy.
Because like the crazy thing was after he blew his hand off.
Look at back what Unk talking about. What's the deal? What's the deal?
That's not what I'm doing.
The truth is that doesn't work that great out here.
No, I think I'm saying this. I'm a prophet. When you're a prophet, I understand that. Where are
Unk said he a prophet.
They are in the trenches. They are the gang members. I have to let them know that I'm here.
What's the deal? What's up with the people, man? Hit that like button. What's the deal?
They won't understand.
Okay, but you don't have to disrespect.
I mean, let me tell you something. Disrespect is sometimes respect because love and hate the same. Let me tell you what I mean.
Like even me, after all these years, I've never really like made that my thing. You know, like I'm gonna diss this gang.
Don't understand. You have to make them know. You gotta make them know in order. Listen to this. The only way you gonna know you feel pain if I stab you or hit you. So this,
that's for damn sure.
Right? In order for them to know, sometimes they gotta hurt, right? But they gotta understand. Don't hurt me because they gotta understand the message I was trying to give, right? But I can't go around or try to teach nobody because the brain ain't made to teach, right? You can't even learn. You have to tapping in your emotional memory. So niggas gotta get emotional first. So they gotta get mad first, and then
they gotta get mad first. Remember,
niggas like right now. I've been on Clubhouse. I've been in LA. They showing me love now, but they understand now, right? But you just don't understand. People never understand because like you white, but you really black.
Be trying to confuse the fuck out of nigga, but really, you saying a gang of bullshit.
Don't know what else I could say.
Trying to confuse the shit out of nigga.
If you're gonna talk shit about people and then agree to do a podcast with them.
That's the part I don't understand.
When they aggressively talk to you about that.
Well, I'm gonna say this. I'll be honest with you. I watched you, right? When I came over to No Jumper, I came to No Jumper because I love Adam. I started doing podcasts because I love Adam.
I have on this podcast multiple times before you even.
But I have watched you sit down with people and you just stay calm and respect you. There's always a good situation. So I'm thinking that's how it's supposed to happen. But I'm not thinking like, damn, behind the scenes you're supposed to die.
Well, but for extra episode, like I kind of knew that I could trust him that he wouldn't wild out.
Stop playing with me, man.
We were tight at the time.
If I would have moved,
wasn't gonna beat your ass.
If I would have moved the inch, I was going down.
I don't think so.
Did you watch it?
Yeah, you were talking shit. You were saying, what the f is a phony?
You were not a phony. No, not the fuck.
That's how to understand how the fuck he know what a phony was, but you knew what 6-0 is. You say you 607.
That maybe could have pushed him over the edge. But my main thing too is
this nigga crazy motherfucker.
I talked to you on the phone after.
But I fuck with I fuck with
upset until it came out and everybody started talking about you like a bitch.
That's a lie. I mean, listen. The night it came out, I cried before it came out. The night it happened, I cried.
That nigga said you cried.
Why? Because I wanted to do something so bad. I'm not used to this. I'm saying this. I just got called to this place that I'm at now. Normally, I handle stuff, physically way.
That's one thing about Uncle I could say. That nigga ain't no. He ain't never showed me like no buster shit.
On that level, and had to remain stillness because I had a message
for real.
I really love 4 Extra, right? I just told 4 Extra to get the away from me, and he got the away from me, right? I just keep it real, right? Because I knew that 4 Extra would have been better by himself. I knew he didn't fit here. Not that he's a bad person for here, he just couldn't fit here.
Okay, but I mean, to be fair, since he's left, his profile has diminished.
Yeah, but No Jumper's doing better because he was holding you down. Listen, I'm gonna say this, right? He was holding you down.
He might have been holding us back.
Yeah, I was saying holding you down. He wasn't pushing you.
Holding us down and holding us back.
No, same thing. Down
he's holding us down, that means he's like being a good friend.
It's the same thing.
He's holding us back, it means he's
holding you down means holding you down so you can't elevate to go up. Holding you down.
No,
right?
Okay.
Come on, what's wrong with you? You know what I'm saying? So stop trying to be, right? Just say the attitude is listen to me.
Holding you down, the way I'm saying it is
nigga, learn how to be white, nigga. Niggas don't never know how to be white when it's time to be white.
Everybody understand that nobody is really black. I just told you that you're black. So stop talking to me. I'm white.
You're not really winning me over with that.
No, listen, I'm just going.
I feel white.
I'm gonna tell you this, right? When it comes to this whole situation, 4 Extra, No Jumper, it's always like this. I'm not saying that people are not supposed to respond, but they're supposed to respond in the content style. They're supposed to go from content to street, right?
Exactly.
Listen, if I was disrespecting the streets, I would have took my ass in the streets and said anybody that I was saying. If I'm doing it on the internet and you hear it over this microphone, on this platform, it got to be content.
It got to be content.
As content. That's all I'm saying. Nobody should recognize it as nothing else but content.
Content.
I got a gun and I'm standing in the middle of the streets, or I'm doing like King P or going to motherfuckers hood. Like if I'm doing that shit, then you can say, okay, cool, I want to be.
I can't imagine taking the same approach. Hey, everybody out there, all the rappers, all the gang members, if I say anything, if I disrespect you, if I say something horrible about you, it's all content, so you're not allowed to do anything. You see how crazy that sounds?
I'm keeping it real, like with King P, right? Even with King P, when he made that mistake, see,
he do all that shit. King P is a motherfucking. He's a troll for sure. All that nigga do is fucking troll.
How did you without knowing? You don't know because it's different trades everywhere. You see what I'm saying? You think
yeah,
it's funny?
For real.
It's different trades everywhere.
Different trades everywhere. He was talking about the trades exactly where he come from. 357.
Yeah, that's good. But I'm saying, but you made sure. You know what I'm saying? You made sure you did. Damage control and say, yo, I don't think you should say that.
Yeah, damn, for sure. He didn't say that.
Like that. Nigga, I would sit down live before I know it. 607 disrespect the Bloods. It's viral. Everywhere.
That shit was viral.
We didn't even have to call it that. That's just how everybody titled it. Every single page in LA, in hip hop, etc. They all titled it 607 on disrespect the Bloods because you said one word
he dished it.
that absolutely nobody.
It probably had no harm to it. He didn't mean no harm by it, but he did.
My bad. If you feel like I disrespected you, my bad, but don't blame me, blame him. This is the reason why I said it. I'm keeping it real, right? I would have never said it if I never came to No Jump. I never would have said it. If I never would have came here, I never would have said it. That's why. Listen, that's why I got this now, California. So this gonna keep all this negative energy away. Last time I didn't have nothing to protect me, so I said stupid shit. You ain't gonna trick me to say stupid shit no more. This building is haunted.
You trying to convince me that a piece of charcoal is gonna?
It's gonna stop it. Come on, you don't know what this is. I'm gonna tell you, it's just rock. It's not just a rock. Okay, it's conscious. It's rock. No, it's not just rock. But you don't understand what this is when they put it in the comments, because they understand what I'm doing right now. I'm protecting myself. I'm protecting myself from you. Because every time I come here, you get me in some tough shit. Right?
I would say that you get yourself.
How? When you get me every time I come here, because you're the person letting it happen. Listen, if just like say cheese right now, just like say cheese. Come on, why are you worried about what I'm doing?
What's happening on this platform?
You don't worry about what I'm getting. You worry about what I'm smoking. That was just crazy. Just like say cheese doing Charles White. You know Charles White got a big mouth. You know you're gonna say.
You know you're gonna say some crazy shit. So when you let him on the platform, you already know.
Crazy than what he said.
So you watch Charleston White say cheese every minute, and just gonna go with his narrative.
Yeah, because Charleston White may say some crazy shit. If you don't make me say worse crazy shit than I already said.
I don't understand Charleston White's argument with that. He said that say cheese makes him look bad for content or whatever, and it's like, bruh, all of these streamers, which he kind of looks at it like that. YouTube is bad. YouTube makes him look bad, and then you have all these streamers. Guess what? All these streamers do? They all pay clippers to clip things that happen on stream, and guess what? Those clips end up being is basically almost exactly the same type of negative narratives that you see in the YouTube title.
Well, I ain't paying no negative clip shit. I'm speaking my shit. If it's real, it's real, bro. Nigga, I ain't trying to pay no negative clip. Nothing.
She should have the understanding, like, look, if you try to go another way, if you were Addy Ross, whatever that Jew name, you know the Jew's out right now. He kind of like he's a good dude. But listen, he is doing what he doing. When he see Charles White elevating, then he should automatically stop. Chase Cheese refused to stop because he's making what $200,000 a month off Charles White.
Oh yeah, for sure.
White team. So I'd be upset too.
$200,000
a month.
$200,000 damn for interview.
That was $200,000
a month.
That what you making? Everybody knows this. Well,
$200,000 a month.
$200,000
of content. That's a lot of fucking money. That's why all these rappers right now ain't.
Getting 20 million
Who
a month.
flip up more shit than him and Vlad and Camp Capone? You don't do what they do, gang.
I would guess that Say Cheese maybe gets like 5 to 10 million views.
Man, he get $1,000 a minute. He put out a minute at a time. No. He did about a minute of content at a time. They get $1,000 a minute.
I actually think that if
he said $1,000 a minute, goddamn.
Charleston White $10,000 for an interview, that he might be breaking even or making a small profit.
Here's my thing. I've been with you so long. Why come right now you don't see Charleston White with his own thing on Say Cheese thing? Why Say Cheese didn't interview with Charleston White? Why have we seen Charleston White develop? He's been around Aiden Ross for a little bit of time. He's developing.
Oh yeah, he's doing boxing shit, doing all that. For Aiden Ross.
Say Cheese is bigger if he want to be bigger, but why haven't he helped Charleston White other than interviews? So he's not helping Charleston White at all. Because what he doing not helping him. Give me $10,000 to destroy my name.
But I mean, Sean Khan built up Charleston White to the point where he started getting paid to do interviews on all these other platforms. So yeah, maybe he's paying him $10,000 for an interview, but he's the reason why Charleston became what he became.
But you know, this,
for damn
if
sure.
you build me up to be a certain place, in order for me to sustain this, I have to change. I have to do something different. So you can't keep on doing the same shit with me over and over again.
Yeah, you gotta do something different. You gotta develop it. For damn sure.
Shit about people. I'm surprised he can walk the streets, but I've been moving with him, moving around with him. He walks.
I was just finna say that shit. I'm finna say, move around with that nigga. Nah, you can't blame nobody because you gotta understand Charleston White is the one getting in front of that camera saying what the fuck he's saying. Like you saying that ain't.
We can't blame him. We can't blame.
No, hell no, you hold that nigga accountable.
We have to blame.
That's Charleston White's fault. Charleston White
gave him a job and
if a motherfucker on this internet talking shit, bro, y'all let me know in the comments. A motherfucker on this internet talking shit, bro, and he disrespecting all type of dead people and all type of communities and all type of groups of people, and something happened to them, you can't blame the fucking platform that he keep going on that y'all keep paying him. Y'all paying him to come over here to say these things. So, nigga, it's your fault. I mean, it's this nigga fault. Stop going on here talking. If you're not willing to pull up and stand on that.
I'm saying that Charleston White do got some blame, but some blame got to go on Say Cheese too, because Say Cheese knew he didn't make more off of it than Charleston White. Who do you think make more money?
It don't matter about who make more. If he's speaking, you gotta understand. You gotta stand on that.
Come on, stop. Charleston White making more money. Say Cheese up in interviews.
So now he's paying him $10,000 an interview. His interviews average like 1 million views, which might be 10,000.
I think they was giving him a percentage from all of the interviews. I think the percentage.
But Charleston himself has said that he was getting paid $10,000 per interview, which
I don't think that's true.
Sometimes I feel like maybe he's exaggerating just to make it look good. But I mean, what is the Say Cheese title that makes Charleston White
goes off? Snaps, all this.
Charleston,
problem. Goes off, snap. Every time you see
somebody want to see him snap. That's for sure.
Saying something bad about somebody's mother, somebody's child.
I'm just gonna
highlight those.
Okay, the Charleston White interview that made NBA YoungBoy ban him. Charleston White banned from YoungBoy Tour, Face to Face. Charleston White on storming off HBCU campus. Charleston White goes off on Lil Uzi Vert and Gilly the Kid.
That's all he do. Just goes off. Snaps.
Charleston White explains why he disrespected Charlie Kirk. Charleston White goes off on Young Thug for
views.
interrogation video. Charleston White goes off on Devin Haney and Angel Reese.
Yes.
I mean, but is that not an accurate depiction of what he's actually doing in those interviews? Because we all know the reason why you click on a Charleston White interview is quite often because he's going to go off on some famous person or something.
This is why his ass is held responsible when somebody catches his ass.
Was dead. He didn't post that this man was dead. And he said, he took it down, but he posted anything. He didn't post that he was dead. If he go to jail, who the first person is gonna post it? Say Cheese, right? Say Cheese will be the first person to do everything. But Charleston White, because he go do comedy shows. Go look at Say Cheese page. You don't see him on comedy shows on his page. You don't see him promote none of this shit. Charleston White water. I promote none of the things that Charleston White do positive. You don't see none of that on this page.
I think there's definitely
no, he ain't trying to do that because
he's not highlighting it. But he's not highlighting it. That's not what's on his page.
You don't need to, because that's not paying him.
Right, the stuff that's gonna get you the views. But sometimes you put someone that's not. Listen, I'm gonna say this right. When everybody,
you almost just said the truth there. Sometimes you gotta title it some crazy shit to get people to watch it. But then when you watch it, realistically, Charleston White might be chilling for most of it.
I'm saying
he might be promoting his water.
But sometimes you gotta show you what a person. Just like when everybody was trolling you with Jason Love, I took upon myself to make a video to say, yo, he didn't get his ass whooped. Yo, he won because he defeated Fury and got in the ring when everybody else was trolling you. I could have said a lot of shit bad about you, but I chose not to. That's what I'm saying. So he could choose to.
Yeah, sometimes it's like that though.
And I put it on my main channel. I say you help more niggas than Jesus. Okay. Right? And a lot of people don't. Who gonna say you help niggas? You help niggas and destroy niggas. I can't say that.
You do that.
I can say that.
Okay, but
You build your ass up to break you down. That's one thing about that nigga Adam. Adam like a 6'4" Impala. Yeah, build your ass up just to break you down.
Where people are gonna be able to talk shit, make fun of me, etc., or whatever,
for the next 10,000 years.
Yeah, I get it, and I did it anyway. I did it for the money. I did it for the attention.
Yeah.
Why is Charleston White not able to say the same thing about a Say Cheese interview? That he puts himself in a position where he goes off on Charlie Kirk. You already know that when you do an interview and you talk shit about this dead famous guy that was really popular to a certain segment of society, that people are going to be mad at you. Like, that's just how it goes.
For sure.
The money and situations he lost from that, and Say Cheese could have stopped that at any moment, pulled it down when it was destroying him. Listen, sometimes we all slip up and say something wrong. Just like I slept up and say,
why is that Say Cheese's responsibility? And what if he lose from talking shit about Charlie Kirk?
Did you know he was getting toured and white people was messing with him at that moment? White people backed him for Charleston White and didn't want to mess with him no more, right? And that was
because he talked too fucking much. He was talking shit. All he do is talk shit, bro. Ain't nobody feeling sorry for no motherfucking Charleston White.
You look bad for branding deals, right?
Like Sean Conn, Aiden Ross telling that? I don't have any other.
Aiden Ross told me, listen,
I'm gonna go out on a limb and say that Aiden Ross doesn't know what Say Cheese is.
I'm gonna say this, like you said, you got all this stuff and all this stuff. They won't let Charleston White do this stuff with all of that stuff. Reason why you got all this brands up there and they can support you and give you checks because No Jumper is a business and is run professionally because you know how to do both, right? I'm saying Say Cheese, you gotta learn how to do both. I don't got no problem with Say Cheese. I never had a Say Cheese interview. I'm just saying what I observed coming from Charleston White. All I see is negative stuff coming from Say Cheese from everybody. I never seen anything positive about Say Cheese channel.
How is Sean Conn doing anything different than what everybody else is?
I never seen a positive off the channel. Whatever you say is a positive off Say Cheese channel. No, everybody knows Say Cheese is known for negativity. Everybody in the trenches know that, right? He single-handedly for the trenches. Everybody know.
You think Sean Cotton
single-handedly?
But y'all still fuck with him though. They be saying all this shit, bro. Look.
He do it to a way that's so disrespectful. He has to work this.
They be saying all this shit, but yet they still fuck with all these different channels, all because they got viewers or the clout or whatever it might be. So they be saying this shit and they be knowing. And I don't like how when they fall out, all of a sudden they be want to expose and act like these channels ain't good. I mean, y'all been knew this shit wasn't good. Y'all knew these people don't be what they. Y'all know this shit, bro. Don't wait till it's all bad to be getting on here acting like, come on, y'all know, bro.
And he clip it up to make sure you hear it. And he put up every inch of the word worse than Vlad. Everybody mad.
And a lot of these motherfuckers is taking the platform from everybody else and doing the same shit.
I'm keeping it real. Everybody want to be mad at Vlad, but that's because they can't. They will be mad at you because Vlad white. So they will always put on the white man, won't put on the black man. But I'm telling you, Sean is working.
I don't even think people are really mad at Vlad about that anymore because everybody's just got to accept that, like, Vlad was very early on clipping stuff, on maybe titling things a little bit hyperbolically. But if anything, Vlad is so much less than the average person in that regard because people really be out here doing interviews and titling them things that were not said, like that are super extreme, that are
like Adam ass.
Those titles are very, very simple.
Adam, you do the same shit.
Y'all all the same. Y'all make
same shit.
Like shit. Y'all go out get somebody hurt and then don't even care about it. And then as soon as they die, y'all gonna post the other video. That's all y'all gonna do.
I'm getting a statement from Aiden Ross.
Yeah.
He said he's on a call.
Yeah, but as soon as the motherfucker get fucked up.
What's up, the nigga Neon plug Crip Mac up with a trainee, man? Right? What's going on?
You gonna go to the jail cell and
Crip Mac ready to beat that nigga ass right now.
But the little things you gonna do, but at the same time you gonna do all this good shit. At the same time you gonna do some stupid shit. How you gonna do good if you know at the same time?
Throw a brick.
I ain't say you throw a brick. I'm just saying you would do good if you know at the same time. You throw a Leo, that means a lot of times, and I thought you was a man. I thought you was.
We definitely have a difference of opinion on that because I feel like you really kind of dug your own hole in that.
Nah, I ain't digging the whole game. I feel like you
nothing happened. The worst you can say is I almost got fucked up, which I disagree with. I think he just was talking to you.
Stop. You wasn't here, bro. So if you wasn't here, don't go around and act like you don't see.
No, I talked to everybody in the office, and that's the reason why I was able to ascertain that it wasn't 40 dudes. It was like 10 dudes.
Everybody in your office was scared.
Oh, they did.
And they came up there with 50 Crips, ready to whoop that nigga ass.
They talk about the blacks. I told you the Mexicans were.
Said that nigga set him up. Said that nigga set me up. Adam set me the fuck up.
I just know the fact if they in together, they clap their hands together. When it's time to clap feet, they gonna clap feet on my head.
For damn
That's
sure.
all I think about, right?
Adam, you set him up because you should have came, nigga. You should have been there.
Everybody knows no jumper been serving.
Regardless of what it was, Adam should have been there, bro.
And you gonna continue to do it, right? So if you gonna continue to do it, I'm not gonna do it with you, right? You can't beat him, I'm not gonna join him. But you gonna continue to do what you do to the trenches. So I gotta at least be here to be a high vibrational thing, so you can see something high vibrational here.
Yeah, I agree. No Jumper is great. We're the best. But also, it just stands out to me that it's like I bring people on the platform, and then they just come up with these crazy narratives out of thin air. And you are obviously an extreme example of that because you're kind of making it sound like
kids don't do this at home.
Booked an interview with you in 4 Extra so that he would have the opportunity to intimidate and hurt you.
Yeah.
Which also the conversation that you had with him was not for content because it wasn't on camera.
It was for content.
Okay, here we go.
For content purpose, for sure.
I said, just wanted to ask if you know what Say Cheese is and if you ever told Charleston to stop doing interviews with them because it sounds like cap. He said, no, I never said to stop doing interviews to him anywhere. What do I gain out of that? I'm going to be honest, I don't even know what Say Cheese is.
Right, is it? Is it? Of course, Aiden Ross said he probably don't remember. A lot of people listen, I don't know Aiden Ross. Shout out to Aiden Ross. But I'm telling you, y'all go check on my podcast. Charles White clearly stated this, right? So I'm just saying that the stuff under my investigations, what I heard different things than what you heard, right? But maybe Aiden Ross don't remember. I don't know him. I know he probably too busy putting people together to fight. He's from Rome. He got to be from Rome, Florida. Yeah, he got to be from Rome the way he make niggas fight, right? He got to be from Rome.
From Rome. He got all niggas fighting.
Right? He's got boxing league.
No, he's bringing
people sign up to fight in the boxing league.
Let me tell you something. Right now, he has got everybody thinking that fighting is cool, right? After fighting comes gunshots.
So you realize boxing is different than fighting in the streets,
no,
right?
It's not boxing. He put people like King Peel in the ring. King Peel, I don't know if boxing.
There ain't no fucking boxer.
What was I going to say? All right, I'm going to tell you something. He put you in the ring. You're not a boxer.
There ain't no fucking boxer either.
Boxing, how many boxing matches have turned into like gunfire?
No,
almost none.
How many street niggas have been involved? Last street niggas that did boxing was Mike Tyson, and they didn't have to came up to do it. They had to come in the ass to do it. Yeah, and got. But I'm saying
Mike Tyson was fucking niggas up though.
Everybody knows. Everybody knows.
Nobody has ever said that.
Because I know shit that nobody know. I'm have Illuminati half street. I know he's
Illuminati half street.
You ever heard him talk? He's like a straight bitch, a cold bitch. You know he was getting hit.
He was already like that before he became a boxer.
Come on, man. He was getting hit and he loved pigeons. And he was getting hit by Don King. Everybody know this. So I'm just saying that you act like this shit don't happen. I'm just keeping it real, right? I just want to know this. Why is he making everybody fight? Because of this. Because he is trying to single-handedly destroy the trenches. He's a Jew. And he's right now making sure he put that bad blood back in the trenches because the trenches are waking up. We're switching from 3D to 4D right now.
For damn sure.
But Aiden Rossoff came now. He's an agent in disguise, just like you. He's CIA. And right now he is making everybody fight. They're trying to get King Yeller to fight. Right?
Yeah, and that's positive for King Yeller, right?
When has fighting been positive? When has fighting ever helped?
Boxing. It's not the same as
when have fighting ever helped anybody? That's not good. The sport should be banned. Nobody should be fighting. Everybody should be loving. That's it. Fighting. Everybody should.
Do you ever watch a boxing match and they're beating the crap out of each other, they're going crazy, etc., and then the bell rings, and in between rounds, you see them smile at each other.
That ain't what you did. You got your ass beat, boy.
It's a sport.
That don't happen in the streets. Like we're going for
I know, and that's why boxing is better than fighting in the street.
It all depends, though, bro.
Boxing ring and think they're gonna be boxers. They're gonna still be street niggas.
Still be street niggas.
We don't know that. We're at the very, very early stages of rappers becoming like influencer boxers.
I ain't gonna lie though, bro. That's a lie because if you can get a nigga some money, man, niggas gonna take that money over any type of violence. I'm gonna take that money. A lot of niggas gonna take that bread, bro. A lot of niggas up here fighting, nigga. Wham, what's up, bro? That shit do. A lot of niggas gonna take that bread, bro. Like, it's better to be in here fighting, nigga, on setting up a boxing match, making $20,000, $50,000 to feed your family, than to be sitting there in the streets going to jail, and you got to do bail out, you got to catch money in the case, you trying to feed your family. Nigga, I'd rather go get in that boxing ring, go make $20,000, $30,000, $50,000, than to sit up there and gotta knock a nigga down or take a penitentiary chance, and then gotta go get bail money and all that other shit.
Already know the Jews know what they doing. They seeking and destroying our community because right now there's no money in music, so now they take over the content and they make us do the content they wanted to do. They make
y'all doing it.
Making us fight since the Roman days. These all we want to do is see a fight so they see our muscles because they gay. They want to see our big muscles and it shine up our skin. That's what they want to see. I'm telling you what all the Jews want to see. They want to see.
You had the point of it to that shit. So you start talking all that shit.
A lot of us want to see big black.
Come on, man.
Not necessarily in the boxing thing.
Come on, man.
It would stand out to me also that, like, in the history of boxing, I don't think anyone's ever seen
You can't get up and see it in boxing because all the thing you see is when you look down, the pants, the dick just be moving. Right? You can see it.
This nigga on some gay shit. Come on, bring it back, bring it back, bring it back,
between your ass. I heard that when you box. Is that true? I heard that you put it between your ass when you box.
Bring it back,
No, I heard that. That would be more uncomfortable than.
That's what I heard. I don't know. I don't know about shit. That's why I don't do no fighting. Like I heard fighting is gay. If you got to fight to get your point across, you gay. You can just talk to a person and really come to an understanding before you fight a person. So I just think that what Eddie Ross is, though I love Eddie Ross, I don't got a problem with what he's doing, but I got a problem with what he's doing. I think what he's doing, he's gonna single-handedly destroy the black community, right? And he's gonna destroy it single-handedly. Right, because everybody now is trying to fight. Why everybody trying to fight right now? Because they see him doing it. This nigga came out of nowhere, famous as right?
Really?
And now he can put this fight demon in the streets. Now everybody fighting. You say he didn't do the shit with.
That's what I was wondering. Where the fuck did Aiden Ross come from? Somebody tell me in the chat. Where the fuck did Aiden Ross come from? He just came out the blue.
The important thing to note is that
endorsing fights and shit.
Important that we create this boxing apparatus because it's positive for the people involved. Everybody involved thinks it's positive.
No, no positive about fighting. Listen, I'm telling you this. It's positive. It's just like if they ass whoop and get trolled enough and then they got to ride back. You don't know these street niggas' mentality. They are emotional beings. They're emotional creatures. They don't think logically. And you know that. Listen, they brain cannot open to think logically because they cannot open because they have trauma. They got too much trauma in their mind, so they can't think logically. So when they get stuff, they're gonna troll. See what happened to Dirt? He got trolled one time and trolled himself straight to jail. Right? Sly Pavon, now he in jail.
Whose fault is that? His or the internet?
It's the government fault because they closed our brain. Listen, they closed our brain, so now
the government's fault. That little hired assassins to go kill.
Yes, it's all the government fault because they did this. Let me say they hired.
I appreciate that you're lack of.
I ain't gonna lie. I ain't gonna lie. It's like.
I told you they hijack your body with the food, and then you think.
I'm not gonna lie. Like Dirt's situation was Dirt. Dirt let these fans pump him up and let him feel like he wasn't doing nothing, man, and put the pressure up on him. You feel me? Dirt should have chilled for a little bit, a lot of it. He got too far, jumped too far up out there too fast, man, and people was on him. So Dirt fucked himself at the end of the day. Dirt can't bring nobody with himself.
Your body is moving, but you're not moving. They took over your body by giving you certain kind of foods. That's what I'm telling you what they do. And they put certain kind of music in your ear, and now you become this music that you hear. They doing this shit on purpose because they know that it's like the world we live in is quantum physics, right? It's a quantum world. It's not like a physical world. So everything that happens, it kind of happens from your mind. So they take control of your mind, they take control of your physical world. So they put up Dirt world, they put up our world by taking control of our minds, right? So I don't think you understand. So they did do it because they the ones sent to the school. Nobody should go to school. School is for fools. But the moment they take you to school, they take you to school to get programmed. And I can prove it.
You think school is for fools?
Let me tell you why.
School is like the number one way that somebody born in poor conditions can elevate in life.
Let me tell you how. Listen, elevate life. I can do this. I'm telling you, everybody watching this. If you're a kid, you just teach that kid one thing, right? Say that kid was born in a family, and they born in a family with never love and peace, and they never saw hate, they never saw jealousy. Then that child will be a perfect child without no traditional learning system because you instill love and honesty and trust in that child. That's what you need. Listen, the reason why you got your far as you got because you got integrity. Because you know what you say. I told you. Listen, I'll tell you why. Because you say you're gonna pay somebody, you pay them.
Oh, that's one thing you do.
You have integrity. But that's how you get so far. We don't possess that in the trenches. They take away from us when they poison us with the food.
And I keep telling y'all, I keep telling motherfuckers over and over about the integrity, brother. What you doing? Nobody looking. A lot of motherfuckers do not have integrity. You know what I'm saying? Like when people are looking, nigga, they cool. But when nobody looking and they got a chance to do some fuck shit, they gonna do it, bro. Every time they got a chance to get away with it, they gonna do it.
The monkeys. That's why Trump turned Obama the monkeys. Because niggas ain't shit for monkeys. I'm keeping it real.
He said he didn't even post it.
I don't know if he did. He need to post it. He need to post it. He needs to post it because niggas ain't nothing but monkey because they running around. When you see a monkey, what do a monkey do? If you watch a monkey in the cage, the monkey gonna be act like a regular monkey. But soon as you start watching that monkey, act like that. Yeah, the monkey gonna turn to a monkey. What do a nigga do when you start watching it? They start acting, they start performing, right? So they know when niggas get in the ring, they start performing, right? I'm gonna say this. Everybody watch this. I love everybody, but I just don't like the fighting spirit, right? They should ban that. Nobody should be fighting that.
I think boxing should be banned.
Yeah, it's been banned for it. Nobody. No,
it's such like an antiquated viewpoint.
I think fighting should be banned. I think fighting should be banned.
I think it shouldn't, because at the end of the day, how do men come to an understanding? Like when you have a disagreement with another man, there got to be some type of understanding. And sometimes people only respect violence, bro. It's sad to say, but some people only respect violence.
Science, as they call it. Like what should happen to them? Because I feel like obviously what's going to happen is if you ban boxing, you're going to then have like underground fight clubs pop up.
First of all, let me tell you why they love boxing. You know that they brain. Everybody that's watching that shit, they are visualized themselves fighting, so they are dangerous. Everybody that's watching fighting, they are people that like to fight. They are chaotic, right? And that is their dose, right? If they see people fight, they don't gotta fight. But everybody that leaves, I guarantee they go home and they start fighting. They fight their wife, they fight their kids, they fight everybody. If you watch that shit, you gonna become that shit. So if you don't watch no fighting, you ain't gonna do no fighting. That's what I'm saying. They take control of your mind. I don't think you understand what I'm saying, Adam. You just look at it like to a regular sense, okay, you never fighting, but that fighting for everybody. I can tell you.
I don't know what I'm talking about. Sometimes you gotta squabble up.
They had thing when they was going to war, and guess what? They couldn't win the wars because they didn't have no fast enough guns. So somebody invented the gun. They invented the gun that was like boom, 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 boom. They shoot 15 rounds. He died. When he died, his wife was haunted by everybody that gun killed. See, I don't think you understand what's going on in this world.
For the record, I don't believe in ghosts.
Yeah. You a ghost.
It's not really
all ghosts. I'm keep it real. The only thing that you ever said good that people understand is you don't believe in God because there is none. Let me tell you how I know. Because everybody, this physical level right here, we just wanted to be a creator. We wanted to be a creator because we came here to love kids. But I'm telling you, everybody in this circle been reincarnated.
So you don't believe in God, but you do believe in ghosts.
You ain't talking about nothing right now. You going around in circles. I gotta get Uncle out of here right now, man. People ain't fucking with Uncle right now. I want to see what Spotty got to say about the whole situation with this nigga. Nigga then backdoored his cousin. I'm talking about his cousin snaked him. I want to see what Spotty got to say about
that she wanted to expose him.
Damn sure.
And there's a lot of different stuff that kind of came out, but multiple different allegations. But at least one of them is the allegation that he was basically talking bad about 4Extra and trying to holler at his baby mama, which is hard to imagine.
Why is that hard to imagine?
Well,
just because
that's what I
4Extra and his girl been together for mad years. And,
niggas don't give a fuck no more. These niggas just thirsty.
Baby together, and it seems like Draco's relationship with 4Extra.
Niggas thirsty.
So I mean, probably the number one thing you don't want to do is you got something to cool with is spit paint with their baby mama.
That nigga don't give a fuck. That nigga thirsty. Well, see, my thing is, I hate when bitches wait. Like, you bitches wait until y'all mad at the nigga to try to expose him. If you know it's wrong, bitch, pull yourself away. That shit weird. Well, why would he feel capable unless he'd been around her and she was giving some type of like indication that it could happen? Why would you be telling your other bitch how you want to fuck another nigga bitch? That didn't make no sense. I didn't understand that part, bro. Wasn't this girl? Did he like her? What happened? Like, He really is. He really did. That bitch. That little sex act ain't shit though, bitch. Like that shit ain't nothing. Bitch was doing crazy shit, burnt out shit. But that ain't nothing though. That's like some small shit. Big thing is, nigga, you should up here pillow talking, telling this bitch you can fuck this nigga baby mama. That's the main thing. Y'all niggas, and I ain't gonna lie, right? I wouldn't even let that nigga in LA, bro. Like, I don't even know why y'all still even fuck with that nigga in LA, bro. Like, that nigga is not even trustworthy. He got too much shit going on with himself. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And that's the crazy part about it. Fletcher went against his own blood. And now this nigga trying to fuck your baby mama, bro. That's why I was saying, like, nigga, they ain't got no loyalty in this shit. These niggas is content creators, bro. These niggas is fucking with you just for views and shit. That's how these niggas think in this world. You feel me? Niggas don't give a fuck. It was his next paycheck, bro. I don't know why he even thought that was his friend. She said that nigga tricked off. She like, nigga, you tricked off. Tricked off. She said that nigga tricked off, nigga. Exactly. Now he mad at the black bitch. I ain't messing with no black bitch. Nigga, what you mad at the black bitches for? Don't be mad at our black bitches because you can't do the bullshit, bro. You feel me? I ain't fucking with the black women. Nigga, don't say you ain't fucking with black women now. Don't be mad now at the black women. You try to play her and she was up on her shit, basically. She was on her shit. Well, for sure he tell her about her. For sure. He said he ain't going back to white bitches, mixed bitches. Scared the fuck out that bitch. She was already on it. She was already a ratchet. That bitch was already ratchet. She was already trying to give it up. It didn't even matter. He ain't had to do nothing. Hold. She was already on it, bro. That's what I'm saying. It's up for grabs. She a hoe. Mm. Well, he like, I ain't connected to it, nigga. For real. That's real shit. Man, they gonna do all that. Facts. It's out there. She got too much facts, bro. She on it. That's what I was saying. She came with the little girl shit and all that. Like, but my thing is though, bitch, why you kept fucking with him though? Why you kept fucking with him knowing that? Like, you know he got kids. You know you got kids, bro. And you know that this nigga's a pedophile. And you saying that he told you this shit. Why do y'all keep fucking with the niggas? And then y'all get mad and want to double it back and say, oh, well, that nigga's a pedophile. Bitch, you knew this already. And you saying that this dude told you. If a nigga tell you that, you supposed to get far fuck away from him. Like a nigga tell you, yeah, bro, you know I'm gay. I'm getting far away from, hey, bro, you know I'm a snitch. I'm getting fuck far away from you, bro. I'm not waiting for you to do no crazy shit for me to do that. That's out. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. No, no. Hell no, nigga. Cause you thought it in your mind like what you would do. Hell no. That nigga running laps. Nigga, he was at the hospital, nigga. I ain't gonna lie. DC baby Draco was at Fort Extra hospital at the hospital when he had his baby. So for you to even say that you could fuck my baby mama when you was the cameraman when I had my baby, bro, and my daughter been in this world, that's weird as a motherfucker. I don't know. That's just me, bro. That's how I feel. But he don't owe him no loyalty. They ain't his friend. That ain't his best friend. They ain't grew up together. They're just a associate, and they gather some type of relationship throughout them blogging or whatever. But that's crazy though. You feel me? Just to even have that thought in your mind. Like, that's just tell you how niggas think. Team True. Team True. Oh, real. That's definitely different. For damn sure. That nigga. Yeah, he like that shit on it.
It's understandable that Draco has a little bit of an inferiority complex when it comes to flourishing, because flourishing is super famous online. Basically like a guy in the neighborhood, you know, everybody, they come through with showing them mega respect, they come go out in public, everybody showing them love. Meanwhile, Draco, you know, just kind of started getting a name out there, he's a family man from out of town, etc. So it's understandable that he might have a little bit of that secret resentment. No, it's not. That means that you don't have that, then you don't believe in yourself, you got no heart. That's how shit they have.
That's some whole shit. That's some whole shit. Yeah, that's some whole shit. I don't know what y'all think about that, man. Like, see, you're acting like that was his best friend once upon a time, nigga. Don't be mad now. You feel me? At least that nigga didn't let that shit come between him and the money, though. He kept it player. He kept that shit player, though. The bitch came out and told everything, but shit, from what it looked like, he kept it player, though. He didn't let that interfere. He didn't go back and tell his baby mama or none of that shit. Man, shout out to Compton Rick, right? What they talking about? They trying to put the boy back in jail. The boy trying to put himself back in jail. CRIP MACK do the dumbest shit ever, bro. And they talking about somebody trying to put him back in jail. Man, he get out on the bullshit. Shout out to Compton Rick Rock for the content. Let's see what he talking about. They always blaming someone on a nigga when a nigga do some fucked up weird shit. Nah, these niggas is just weird. These niggas just do crazy ass shit, man. Out here moving reckless, fresh out of federal fucking prison, and he on bullshit. At least he got right to the bag, though. More motherfucking laughs for sure. Everybody tough on YouTube. That's the bullshit right there. Everybody want to be tough, right? What happened to the personalities? For sure. She's trying to get herself to crash out. Look at him. Look at him. Look at him. Man, that nigga's a grown ass man. Nah, for sure. CRIP MACK getting himself in fucking trip in prison, doing the dumb shit he's doing. They gonna run up Compton Rick Rock shit. Like, subscribe, and comments to his shit on Virus. Run this shit up. Y'all ain't already did it. Got him on bullshit. Oh no. What the fuck? Oh no. They didn't trick Crip Mac. Oh my god. This nigga crazy. You talking to a training, dumbass nigga. Grandma he trying to knock something. Look, he fresh out. He trying to knock something. What? Oh no, man. He got a whole training on the phone. Yeah, they set him up. They did him wrong, man. Why they do Mac like that? Yeah, I think they set him up, man. They set him up on some bullshit. Why they do him like that? He said she got a squabble. They set him up for content. For the content. On the real, that's some real shit, bro. That's some bullshit. You should have basically told him, like, man, nah, this ain't that. Y'all basically did it for the content, yeah. That was fucked up. Oh, they set Crip Mac up with that shit. He gonna snatch that nigga up one day. Yeah, he like you more. Definitely. He definitely like you more. And then that Crip Mac will go hot. He hot. Oh yeah, Crip Mac ready to fuck that nigga up. He ready to get up on that nigga Neon, man. He serious the motherfucker. He didn't like that shit. He slept on that and thought about that. He didn't like that. Let's see what Ant talking about with it. And then he put it up there. A trick bag, bro. Crip ain't gonna fuck that nigga up. That's what I'm saying. Niggas got that content shit bad, bro. They got that content shit bad, bro. You disrespect the nigga and just blame it on content. Definitely couldn't see if he was serious. Well, that just would have been on him because he's a grown ass man. That's what I'm saying. But you can't look at. We got to stop looking at people thinking that, man, all these nigga. If a nigga get on there and do some dumb shit, bro, and he allow himself to go out and crash out like that and say some stupid shit online, then that's on him, bro. It's not on the person that set him up. Like, nigga, you know better. You know better. You know how not to get on here and say shit. You know how to call a motherfucker. You know how to not put it online, not push record. We got to stop blaming everybody else for that shit. I don't like that. Everybody always blaming everybody for, oh, this motherfucker. Nah, it's not the person that set him up. It's the nigga that respond. Make a lot of sense. That's exactly what they need to do. That make more sense. To a straight training. This nigga went out to straight training. Training? Nah, they said training, nigga. Training? He said training, nigga. No, training, nigga. That's called work. That's called work. Some cold work. Man, can't nobody put no nigga in a position to go to jail. Niggas put themselves in position to go to jail. We gotta stop with that shit, man. With that being said, man, I'm gonna get up out of here. Like I said, like, subscribe, and comment.